The hour rolled over because I'm not on time today, but I am technically still on time. So all right, future pale, hire a construction crew, knock down every house in the neighborhood except this one. All right, I expect results. Don't disappoint me. Let's hit the X button. Hey, Magic Bell, welcome to the stream. You can lurk. Me lurk, esu lurk, I believe is how they say that in Latin. Let's start control. You hate the overly moral type. You're a villain? Yeah. You're a villain fan? Sorry, I just called you a villain. I upgraded you. It shall be the oldest house. Yeah. Yeah, mine will be. By default, because Future Pale's going to knock all of them down. Every single one except this one. And therefore, just by the laws of default, not bravely default, but default, my house will be the oldest house. Welcome to the stream, Bubbly Bear 88. You're a new face. I saw that you followed. Tell me the backstory behind that. Regale me with how that came to be, while I fiddle with my headset so that I'm not yelling over the game audio in my own head. Okay, so last time we were here, we were dealing with some Alan Wake DLC. That's a fact. We had 2 AWE wings to explore. We had the Eagle Limited, which was a train that some paracriminals turned into an altered item, and we solved the train. Doodaddery. We got it. We got it under control. You started watching me in 2009? Damn, alright, so you're an old head. That's a hella backstory. Well, I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you. Thank you for supporting me back then, and thank you for supporting me now. The Aladdin playthrough had you cracking up. I had a lot of fun with that one. I really did. I had a lot of fun with that one. I liked the... I'm going to toot my own horn for a second here. I really liked the titles, where I kept giving the system it was for a different acronym, and I'd start every video with, like, you know, welcome to Let's Play Aladdin on the Super Pretendo, and it would be like the SPES in the title. I'm a huge dork, but like I like that. I like that quite a bit. Pocahontas was your favorite Slytherin. That was a good one. That was a good one. I used Cyborg Justice to piggyback off of it because I knew if that was just the Let's Play, everyone would delete my channel, and then I wouldn't have one. If I don't toot it, you will, Beatlove. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having my back. Booby. I said Buddy Bear before, didn't I? Booby Bear. It's Booby. Is it Booby or Bubby? Which do you prefer? Because I don't want to misname you. Pocahontas is and always will be hilarious, man. You guys are bigging me up too much. People are too nice. Booby. Hey kids, I'm Booby Bear. Bubby like bubbles. All right, you got it, Bubby. Bubby Bear 88. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shoot that.
This is Director Faden. Send a ranger to my position.
Where is he? Oh, he's already in there. This is support on another level. Okay, so we've got a room full of just enemies. Usually I start a stream and I have to read a bunch of shit, but not today. Today we're out the gate with the combat. Why did that not hurt him at all? I shot directly at him. Oh, because I'm... Wait, hold on. Sorry guys, in the 2 days I haven't been playing this, I forgot how to play. I'll figure it out. I'll bust it down. You guys listen to that Bust It Down song in the Discord? Oh hey, hello. We have a sniper guy here. I'm falling to my doom right now. Yep, slowly falling to my doom. Well, it was nice knowing all of you. Wow. Good start. Good start, guys. We're off to a rollicking good time. We're gonna get this DLC done like gangbusters. Warning shot. You listen to everything in the Discord? Damn, you're crazy. I haven't even done that. I should be doing that. It's too fast for me. I'm an old man. Hold on, I need to get this.
This is Director Faden.
Yeah.
I require backup at this location.
Help me, because I surely can't help myself. Okay, we got the pistol out. We're good. We're good here. You'll be in and out, so happy to see me. Yeah, do what you got to do, man. I'm happy that you found me. It's still too loud. in my ear. Let me turn this down a little bit. Can we not throw grenades at me while I'm fiddling and faddling? I'm Director Faden. Alright, I'm just gonna get everyone on my squad. And hopefully they'll take out the sniper rifle. And I won't have to worry about it. These are level 9. Yeah, take out that sniper, will you? Take him out. He's a bad boy. You gotta catch up. Oh. Yeah, Slytherin adds a healthy dearth. Oh, okay, that was like a one-hit kill. Let's not do that again. Adds a dearth of music to the song channel. Very healthy song channel. Very thick. Because it's your #1 hobby? Well, that's awesome. That's a great hobby to have. And you have good taste in music. I've checked out a lot of the stuff that you've sent me. And they are bops. Also, I can't talk. Turjam and Oral is a pretty great game. I got a little surprise for you guys. Nobody. I can't talk. What happened? What happened? Something happened this weekend. I don't know what did though, but I'm scared. I'm terrified. Turjam and Oral. Nobody tell. Alright, I'm gonna try this one more time. This English ting. Nobody tell the kitty. But I did something. I did something pretty spicy. There's a Mega Drive. There's a Mega Drive collection on the on several platforms, but also on the PlayStation 4. Please don't kill me. I need to find health elements. I need to ignore everything and just focus on getting some life back into these lips. And well, she won't watch the VOD. I'll make sure of it. I'll tell her that it's like poisonous or something. But I got the thing now. So it has Toe Jam and Earl, Panic on Funkatron. It's got Comic Zone. It's got Dynamite Heady. And now I can play them on my PlayStation 4. That's right. The power is in my hands. I am mighty, mighty. Alright, please don't throw stuff at me, fam. I'm gonna need you to... Yeah, there you go. Thanks, bud. Give me all that health. Nope, yep, sorry, we're not dealing with those. The Bureau is left wanting. Because I'm not in the mood, ever, to do their little quests. I do sort of have a conundrum, a dilemma, one might say. I mentioned in the last stream that they're releasing Control the Ultimate Edition. Ah! Vending machine! They're releasing Control the Ultimate Edition for free on PlayStation Plus, right? And that's baller. That's cash money. But here's the thing. It has its own trophy list. So I might just end up playing this again. Oh, hey, my homie gave me the... Wow! Thank you! He killed the vending machine for me. What a guy. What a pip. But yeah, I might have to do all this again from the beginning. On a smoother version. Which I might do, because I love this game. I'm not even mad. Okay, we've got mods. It's time to start chucking things. Just throw all this away. We don't need any of it. Get the heck out of here. How about the damage, though? Is the damage better? It's not. Wait, 35? 36. Okay, yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that one dang bit. Get rid of all that. Get rid of this, too. Maybe I'll just get rid of some of the ones that I don't, like, I definitely don't want. Because I'm not going to use Charge or Surge. I've basically decided my 2 weapons. Just like the Dishwasher LP. I've picked my 2 weapons. And I'm not going to use anything else. So we can make some room here. Let's see here. Turjam and Moral Oral. I liked that show, actually. It was interesting. It was interesting. Slytherin out here with the Discord link. I actually need to put that on my channel, like in the About section, so I can just tell people to click it. We're doing things very rinky-dink right now. I got a ring light. Did I mention that? I think I mentioned it at the top of the stream, but I'm very proud. I got a ring light. So now what's going on down here? Why are these blinking? Got a ring light, so maybe now the camera quality will be a little bit better when we stream with our camera on. That's the plan anyway. Don't really know. Health? Oh, we have better health, which I don't recommend to people. That's right. I'm throwing shade. I'm doing subliminals. All right, we got slightly more max health. Definitely not mad at that. C speed is way better on that one. I should be paying attention to what I'm picking up, because that's ridiculous. That's like twice as fast. I'm gonna read more of the chat in a second. I need to get myself sorted here. And not sorted. Like so many in a fair. Okay. I think this is nice. I think this will do. We're going to take a moment to read some stuff, because there's other things to pick up, but let me just quickly catch up. I'm like Dragon, always trying to eat some gold. Yeah. You're excited that you never got to finish Control? Yeah, I'm pretty down for it. I think I'll probably just do it again. I may wait a few months, just so I can forget some stuff. I like to do that. Slytherin says, I'll add it to the pile of free games I haven't touched. Yeah, yep, that's where that goes. I had it when I was dumb enough to pay for PS Now. I've always been on the fence about it, right? PS Now. It seems like it's not really worth it, but there are some games on there that I want to play. Like, a part of me wants to start Castlevania Harmony of Despair, the multiplayer one, again, and just do everything again, but it was like almost a straight year of playing that game, and I still didn't get everything on the 360. You have PS Now to play Saints Row? Oh shit, Pale's getting profesh. Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. It's got a tripod. It's like the camera's mounted on it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even know what to do. I'm scared of it. Chain letter. Move this letter along before he gets you. Oh no, this spooky man letter has found you. The spooky man curse is coming to you. To miss the curse, you must mail this letter to people. If you don't, the curse will get you. The more letters you mail, the better off you will be. Sally in Houston did not send out, do it like Tim Rogers, did not send the letter, and the spooky man ate her cat. Terrence in Greenstone did not send the letter, and the spooky man gave him acne. Kyle did not send the letter, and now his wife eats dinner alone. Linda did send more letters, 30 in total so far, and look at her now. She owns 3 cars. She has all her fingers. She speaks Italian. You need to mail this letter. You better mail this letter. Don't let the spooky man come. He'll take your cat. Go find your stamps. Hurry. That is wildin'. That is wildin' and beguilin'. So that was part of the chain letter quest that we picked up. We are going to have to mail some chains. That is something we're going to have to do. If you want to play any games on it, maybe pay for a month or two and get the games you want to play out of the way. Someone can take care of my cat. She won't leave me alone, and she's biting me. Don't let the spooky man do it. Or the pee-pee poo-poo man. Night Spring Screenplay, page 3. No, wait, hold on. Fudge! Where's page 2? You know what? Hang on. It's entirely possible I may never find page 2. So I'm going to Google page 3. I accidentally just backed out, so I need to go back in here now. I'm going to read page 3 off the or page 2 off the internet. Where the hell is it? Oh god. Did anyone catch it? Okay. This is exciting. Night Springs Screenplay Chapter 2, because it's more likely that it was in, and if I find it again, I just won't read it. We'll just say we already went over that. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm getting ahead of myself here. All right, Night Springs number 2. The robust director shoves the nerd-like scientist aside and heads for the portal control panel. He slams the on button with a determined fist. Director, all the more reason. The entire screen is filled with dangerous red. Then it fades away, and we see that the 2 men are in another dimension. The air ripples around them as if they were a 1983 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am sitting in the Texas sun after a 5-day road trip. Int unknown dimension. Night. That's interior. Scientist. What have you done? You've doomed us. Director, control yourself, Doctor. Where's this beast of yours? I don't have any water, so I can't drink. Scientist, right here, sir. A horrible, shapeless, shifting entity fills the horizon. It can be described. That's how horrible it is. Oh, sorry, it can't be described. That's how horrible it is. Director, what a thing of beauty you've been keeping from me. Okay, so that was page 2. This is the second page. Okay, now we're going to do the third page. And will make sense with what's on screen. The director steps closer to the horrible entity. He reaches out with a steady hand. Director, you are mine now, creature. I will return you to my facility and control your power. Scientist, sir, we don't know. The entity instead rushes forward and engulfs the director. He screams in pain as the scientist looks on and does nothing, like the coward that he is. Entity, subtitled, I'm not the one being examined. I am not the one locked inside a prison. Gradually, the director emerges from the entity. His once sparkling eyes are now empty and dull. The scientist rushes to him. Scientist, sir, we have to escape. Director, we cannot. They are in control now. I got what I wanted. So, does that sound familiar to you guys at all? Is Alan Wake's screenplay for an episode of Night Springs, is that sounding like it rings a bell or two for you guys? Just out of curiosity. I'm just wondering if that doesn't seem completely, removed from what we've seen in this game. A certain scientist and director going into another dimension, and an entity in that dimension taking over the director's mind. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's on the tip of my tongue, though. What could it be? The Two Towers. Yeah, you got it. That's it. Got him. But yeah, so that screenplay exists. It seems, whatever. It seems as though the theory that Alan Wake wrote Control and what is happening now is because Alan wrote it, seems kind of legitimized. It seems kind of legitimized. The hiss showing up might be Alan Wake attempting to write his way out of his own predicament. That seems like it's pretty possible. So, thanks, Alan. You great big ass. Everything really is his fault. Alright, we're gonna shoot all these blobs. We're not gonna... No blob left behind. I think I probably made that joke already, but I don't care. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to open this chest. And now I've done that. And now that I've done that, who knows what'll happen next? I'm off the rails. I'm like the ending of a popular remake that came out in 2020. And that isn't actually a remake at all. You know? It's very Spooksville. Where's, oh, here we go.
Where? No AC, no mold spore circulation.
We got all the mold out.
Get a bit stuffy in here.
Yeah, Alan Wake canonically wrote Max Payne. I talked about that in the last stream. Also, I think the Alex Casey novels are basically the Max Payne story. Is that correct, or are they different stories that he wrote? Can Alan Wake write my life to be more exciting? I don't think you want that. And I think you think you want that, but I don't think you want that. Alan Wake is a problem with what he writes. Like, look at this shit. Look at all of this fucking shit. Are you seeing this? This is exciting, but who wanted it? Nobody. Nobody wanted it. That's the answer. That girl is a problem. Are those lyrics? I think those are lyrics. Those are probably lyrics. Alright, we've made it to the Framara AWE. Oh, fudge. And Hartman found us immediately. By the way, Beatloaf, I don't know if you've been able to see the different stories because the Max Payne rights are owned by another studio. Yeah, they're owned by Rockstar. See, I do my homework. I don't know if you watched the VOD for the last stream, but Emil Hartman, the villain from Alan Wake, that's him right there. See, first he jumped into Cauldron Lake, and it turned him into something else. And then the hiss found him, and it turned him into the third thing. And the third thing makes the darkness louder. And the noise darker is how it was described. So the two intelligences that make up the hiss and the darkness of Cauldron Lake are both waging war inside Emil Hartman's stretched and fucked up body. And that's where we are now. That's who we're dealing with. That's our friend. You thought Emil was a Skelemans? Nah, man. He jumped into the lake and became a Babadook. Fra Mauro Summary. Fra Mauro, AWE-7. Event Summary. A paranatural entity arrived on Earth by infiltrating the Apollo 14 lunar mission at an unknown point of their voyage to the Fra Mauro highlands of the Moon. Event response. 32 hours after the return of the Apollo 14 command module to Earth, the Bureau was contacted by Mr. Redacted, a White House senior official, and instructed to send a small team to the Johnson Space Center in Houston. At the base, the team examined the entity and carried out interviews with NASA staff. They learned that 4 astronauts had returned to Earth instead of the expected 3. Each human crew member was insistent that the mission left with 4 members, though they couldn't name the 4th when asked. The entity seemingly affected their memory to make its presence feel unremarkable. The entity was transported to the oldest house for further investigation. Note, an altercation between NASA security and the investigation team occurred upon their arrival. Mr. Redacted called to clarify the matter. Though tensions remained high, Bureau jurisdiction and clearance should be defined more clearly with other federal agencies. ID, AWE-7, event date, January 31st, 1971 to February 9th, 1971. Event location, Fra Mauro Formation, Luna. So this is kind of like a mix between the symbiote from Spider-Man, like the regular Spider-Man universe, not Ultimate, that episode of Rick and Morty, you know, the episode where the parasites that give you memories, that one, that guy, the hot sex androids from Detroit. Yeah, hold on. It's a Natalia Kill song. No one remembers who she was because she was outed as a giant jerk. Oh, well, then I guess I don't have to like her either. I'm not going to form my own opinion. I'll just go with what other people are doing. Can I grab this? Oh, we have a light that's moving. Okay, well, excuse me. Let me waltz across the room then. Cool as you like. That's right, I'll take this trunk. I actually wanted to... Can I have the battery? Oh, God. He's gonna pull a nothing personnel kid on me. Wait. Please wait. Oh, he's gonna, we don't want to say what he's gonna do. Okay. I managed to avoid drowning. Brought the battery with me. I don't really know what I accomplished. Okay. You never watched Rick and Morty? You should watch Rick and Morty. It's you'll gain a 300 IQ immediately. Those are the specs. Okay, I think it's probably faster if I float. We all float down here. What direction is it going? Okay, it's going this way. Oh, there's a security holding cell. That's fun. There we go. Got him. You'll be smart as Eggman. Yeah, he does have a 300 IQ. That's true. You wouldn't know it by literally anything he says or does, but apparently the guy is a triple genius, this man. Fra Mauro Supplement. Fra Mauro, AWE-7. Details. The Apollo 14 entity, commonly known as Fra, underwent a series of physical examinations upon its admittance into the oldest house. The entity can speak, though its poor grasp of the English language makes any meaningful communication impossible. Interview material can be found at Redacted. Its physical form consists solely of the Extravehicular Mobility Unit EMU spacesuit used by NASA astronauts, the same model worn by the other crew. This could be an authentic EMU taken from one of the NASA astronauts, though the suit does not bear any wearer's name. Or one materialized through Redacted, conversion, or possibly Redacted, corporealization. The suit itself is slightly damaged, which is likely due to the fact that the command module did not have a 4th seat for the entity to strap into during re-entry. The EMU is entirely hollow, and pieces can be removed, though this seems to agitate the entity. X-rays and spectrograph imaging have shown redacted, shaped outlines existing within the suit. For safety reasons, the entity will be contained in a secure cell until more information can be gathered. ID AWE7, event date January 31st, 1971 to February 9th, 1971. Event location, Fra Mauro, Formation Luna. Hey Neon Doll, welcome into the stream. Happy to have you here. I think this might be the first time you've come. Am I right? Do I have that correct? I'm gonna look like a big goof if I'm wrong, but I'm happy you're here. Couldn't be more pleased. What do I do now? I guess let's just send the lights around some more and see if we can't find another battery. Apparently we need 4 of them. Is that true? That's a yikes. Oh, here we go. We got some batteries here. We gotta be quick. That's not quick. Wait, hang on. I'm doing it. Okay, we got another one. Where's... Just chill, please, Daddy. Alright, so we've done a full circuit. Are there any more batteries in the room? There must be at least one, right? So let's see if we can't locate it. Yes, it is. I'm good, just hanging out. Well, thank you. Thanks for hanging out. War bongos are still afoot. Yeah, he can still talk. He sort of does the hiss chant, but he also says some other stuff. Like I said, there's a war raging inside of him. The Cauldron Lake entity and the hiss are duking it out in his butt. If I were a battery, where would I live? Oh, we're going this way now. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. Or whatever it is that keeps Jesse lifted. Let's push this button. We're just pushing buttons. Seeing where the night takes us. There should be one more battery in here, and it should glow, so it shouldn't actually be difficult for me to see. But I think it's going to be. I think I'm just going to be a silly blind goose. Okay. What the heck? Maybe. Alright, let's press this button. Maybe it's already over there. You know? What the hecky heck? Exactly. Is there one up here? I kind of don't really want to risk it. He's going to start throwing stuff at me. Oh, I see something aglow up there. But it might just be a light. I'm going to try it out, though. See what we get. Okay. So... I can go in here, which is weird. He can probably go in here too, so I'm not very safe. Yep, no, I'm not safe here at all. Oh man, where's that last battery? Is it inside one of the rooms and I'm just blind? Why does this always happen? Alright. Good grief. What if I take that one out of there and I stick it in there? Aha! I'm a genius. Don't nobody all fall over themselves at once. There we go. We didn't even need a third battery. Third batteries are for silly geese. Alright, get out of here. Get lost. Take a hike, you spindly fuck. Look at him. What a jabroni. That's right. Toddle off into the darkness.
One less place for him to hide.
There we go. Gerbil took the top head. Now we're going to do this quest right now. I said we were going to save these for after, but I'm a filthy liar. We're doing this one right now because I feel like I owe it to the stream. Now, this leads further out, so we don't want to go there. Let me look at chat real quick because I missed a bunch of stuff. Near some salt. Do another rotation, but try to look behind you as you go. That's a smart call. Epic game of hide and seek. It was. It was. I'm not allowed into the darkness. He will break my neck. Rubber ducky round 2. Gerbils eat each other's brains. Gerbils are like intense, man. I don't know if I want a gerbil as a friend at this point. With that information and nothing else, I'm feeling pretty spooked. Is there anything cool down here? There's a treasure down here. I'm still in the market for a hedgehog, but I'm too scared to pull the trigger. So what if I pull these out? No, I can't. They just belong in there now. Okay, well. What about this one then? What was that one for? Maybe I needed it to power this chamber? I don't know anymore. I've got no idea. Let's look around in here now that we're allowed. My cousin just impulse bought a snake and a spider, and he's already not doing proper care. See, Ellie? Uh-oh.
Yes, me? Worry who?
I want to avoid that. Okay, well, let's talk to this person.
Hello?
Hello. Great about us today. Long roads and no hardly. You are Bygone?
Sure. Why are you locked up in here?
Casual turning. Back and front. And Gerbil took the top head. Not being pressed with that. Lady going and loosing back for eye?
Sorry, I think I'm misunderstanding you. What do you want?
The head? The head for tails? For reading news, jars, words, and tumble. The reading head.
Okay, take it easy. I'll take a look.
So
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement. Your
something to
cousin
read.
is a poo. Just
Or
a
a jar.
living,
Let's
walking...
just see what we can find.
Jesus Christ, Jesse. I hate it. I'm trying to give her like time to speak, and then the second I think it's safe, he just says some more stuff. All right, maybe he wants
This could be what he
food.
wants. Let's give it a shot.
Crying out loud. All right, is this meal?
Jars. A
Oh, okay.
head. Scotch and peppers? Head.
Okay, that wasn't right. Let's try something else.
Okay, so that was not the answer. This is the Apollo 14 shuttle thing right here. We got it. The Federal Bureau of Control is working in partnership with NASA. We've kind of worked that out just by the last 30 minutes or so of the stream, but we also learned about it in the last stream, so I figured it might be worth mentioning. Moon landing was fake conspiracy. People, where you at? I mean, one of them.
Maybe
One of
it'll
them
like
was.
this.
Maybe this cylindrical object is the head that he wants. What say you,
Head.
disembodied voice?
A-S-B-E. Head.
Nope. Let's keep trying.
They should date, Jesse and Francis York Morgan. I think Jesse would get frustrated with him. I think the things that happen around Jesse are like Francis York Morgan. But I don't know necessarily that Jesse herself is anything like him. Francis is generally nonplussed about everything that happens, and Jesse's she's kind of a Daria about it. Maybe he wants booze.
Maybe this will do the trick?
Let's get him some hooch. Morgan frustrates everyone, but he deserves a nice girl or boy. I agree. Francis and Zach are sweethearts.
Rosa, you ping pong. A head.
Guess that wasn't it either. Huh.
Did he just call us a ping pong? I don't care for that. Not one bit. Maybe he wants a basketball.
This might do it.
Yeah, this is probably the answer.
Maybe.
He said ping pong, and that's a type of ball, so maybe this basketball.
Lady, you are school and dirt for loosing.
Keep that up, and I won't help you anymore.
I don't understand what you're saying, Slytherin. Why would it... What? I don't get it. Please help me. Help me. I need help. Much like the guy in that room. Oh, ping pong. Yeah, okay, I got you. I got you now. Maybe he'd like this stuffed giraffe. Maybe it's a dragon.
Let's see if this will do it.
I think it's a dragon. Maybe he'll like a dragon
I'm ready
plush.
to be done with this.
I'm kind of ashamed to admit how long this took me the first time.
Furry clocks, lady. The head. Head. No snacks. Head is top of all up and down. At the top. The top head.
Wait, does this thing actually mean head? Head is in a body's head? Where the hell am I gonna find that?
Oh, I think I know.
Yeah,
And you would too, if you were paying very close attention and have a memory that maintains across several days worth of streams, gentle audience. Hey, Nikista, welcome to the stream. I still have content to play. Yeah, I'm doing the DLC. I'm doing the Alan Wake DLC. This might actually be the last Control stream. I think this is going to be it. Let's go to... Where did we start this whole thing? Abandoned offices, I believe, is where we started. I could be wrong, though. This could be the last stream. We all stay with our fingers crossed, like, oh, please let this be it. No more. No, it wasn't here. Hang on. I need to pay better attention to my fast travel options. We want Operations Center. Where's the closest one to that? Operations Corridor. That makes sense. Right now, we're trying to find a disembodied voice its head. This might not be it either. I'm sorry. Do I know how to map? I don't. I'm blind and also silly at the same time. Sealed firebreak. That's where we want to be. Okay. Third time's the charm. Who wants to play Operation with me? I'm going to touch the sides. I'm just warning you. Okay, we are 100% in the right place now, but we're not alone. We're not alone. We have what appears to be a boss. He's not going to be a boss for long. Oh, well, he might be if I just walk right up to him and shake his hand. Like a big dumb goof. You know, I think you guys were right on this tighter spread malarkey. It's definitely doing more damage. I'm not mad at it. Here, have a seat. Okay, hey look. A head.
A helmet. For a head. Is that what the prisoner meant? I guess there's only one way to find out.
Oh yeah. I scoffed too soon. Isn't that just the way, though? That's always the situation. Laid at my lap. We figured this out. We figured it out. Also, I'm like 12 minutes late because I don't have Streamlabs and I have a hard-boiled egg for a brain. But thanks for the follow, Neon Doll. You're very appreciated. Big ups. Alright, so, was this always blocked? I think someone's playing jokes on us. Wait, what? What the heck is this? Mom? Okay. I went to the wrong one again. These are confusing, okay? This is my first time playing a video game. Yeah, we want to go here. Someone did block that door, though. You'd be up to date if you'd let me help you with Streamlabs? I know, and I will, one day. I still don't know how I'd even be able to integrate it with the way I'm streaming right now, is the thing. That's the sticky part. Pale's first game since Pocahontas. You right?
Ahead! River Chicken Station! Far tastier. Press any button?
Okay, yeah, I'll press this button.
So the helmet is what you're after, huh?
Tubes! Snug and grape. Pure grapes. Hail a lady.
You're welcome, I guess. Did Kirkland lock you up in here?
Chief Gerbil? Yes. Teddy's
Chief
all
Gerbil.
around, but holdouts and happiest. Can gather for goldfishes. No wrinkle.
Okay. Well, sounds like you're doing fine in there now. Just make sure you don't go anywhere.
Jelly.
At least we helped this guy. I think.
Right on.
Best we leave it locked up, though. We have no idea what it is, and we don't need any more problems out here.
Yeah, no, Nikki, quick backstory. This is what you're looking at is an AWE, an item from an AWE. And an AWE is an altered world event. The Apollo 14 shuttle went to the moon with 3 astronauts, and it came back with 4. And every astronaut on the shuttle remembers leaving with 4, but none of them could name the 4th astronaut. And the 4th astronaut is in that holding cell. It's an empty spacesuit that talks and doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Although all the words it's saying are technically English. So it's locked up in there, and we just gave it its head back, which was the astronaut helmet. I think it was taken away from it because bad behavior. Hey, Bubby Bear. Welcome back. You missed me not knowing how to read maps, which, I mean, if you stick around, you'll see it again. Like, I won't disappoint you. You'll see me not know where to go in so many different colors and shapes. You'll be amazed and fascinated. All right. So we solved the puzzle there. Let's update the mission. We should still be on the 3rd. Is it the 3rd thing? It is the 3rd thing. Okay, we're doing the 3rd thing. So the villain from Alan Wake jumped into Cauldron Lake and was turned into something else by the darkness. And then when brought to the Federal Bureau of Control and the Hiss invaded, he was affected by the Hiss as well and became a 3rd thing. And should I have brought... Was there a lamp? Let's see if there was a lamp back there. I feel like there probably was, and I just walked past it because I do that. No, there's not. Well, don't I feel like an oaf? Really? No lamp at all? Alright, well, I guess maybe I'll have to backtrack. Me and my boyfriend watched The Journey Let's Play yesterday. Just wondering, did you get the white robe? Yeah, I did. I got everything. I got everything. I got the super long... thing. Scarf. I'm sorry. I got the super long scarf. Got all that. Okay. Oh, there's a lamp here. Hang on. Can we go back up? Probably not. Nope. So how are we... There's probably a lamp in the From Aro. I guess we're going to have to come back to it at some point. But that some point is not now. Now we're going to throttle on ahead. Oh, great. We're probably going to have to listen to a bunch of Tungsten? A bunch of him. You heard me say I wanted to kiss Lemon on the Winky? Did I do that? Yeah. Twice, actually. You hope Langston dies? No! I don't want to play Outlast. I have a small... everything. Small fear PP. No, I've watched someone play the whole game. So I already... And the Wall Rider DLC.
Director, ma'am, great timing.
Whistleblower DLC.
God, he was hideous. He tore the security door into the Bright Falls AWE site wide open. He was so ugly. Like, wow, I got a good look at him, and Christ, he does not look like he used to. The Hiss must have messed him up or something. He looks like a bar rag that's been twisted by the world's strongest man. Or a monster from some 80s horror movie. You know, back when it was all practical effects? Ugh, nasty.
Real
Did you say
professional,
something?
Winston.
Remember, I can't hear you. Never mind, just go after Hartman. Ah, so disgusting.
Well, at least he doesn't have like an 11-page novel to regale us with. And we can go... Oh.
The darkness wants to hide.
We can go straight into the Bright Falls AWE.
I trust what I read on these pages. I wrote them for a reason. Cut through the reality, tear it apart, and rewrite it. They are drawn to the mystery.
Right, so we're going to see what that actually was, because that's these are always fragmented until we watch the full thing. But yeah, we're going into the Bright Falls AWE. Bright Falls is where the game Alan Wake took place, so this should be something.
I've written and rewritten. Deconstructed, reconstructed. Experimented with different voices. Changed the style, changed myself. forgotten the language, relearned the language. Have I been here before? Gone down this path before? The darkness wants to hide the past to make me lose my way. You must know where you've been to know where you're going. I trust what I read on these pages. I wrote them for a reason. My notes to myself. The only way to make progress, recap, then write more. The style then. Lose the fat. Make it clear. Ugly. Functional. Present. Be blunt. Only the brutal truth. Cut through the reality, tear it apart, rewrite it. Be clever, make them do the work, form the image in their minds, they make it, you just imply. Incept. They're drawn to the mystery, obsessed. You set it up, they put it together. Their interpretation, and there's only one because you give them no choice. And they believe in it. Because it's theirs now.
So I think Alan Wake wrote Control confirmed at this point, right? Are we all in agreement? I think we can sleep at night with that conclusion. Bubby Bear, do I like the Hitman games? I haven't played any of them. I have not played a single dang one. But I'm assuming they're pretty good. I've seen some stuff. I've seen some tings. Some of them may or may not have gotten scrat. I know the new one came out. You're not good at stealth, so I haven't touched them. I'm okay at stealth. Which anyone who watched me stream Velvet Assassin would strictly disagree with.
Let's go take care of it.
But I don't like stealth very much. With the exception of like Metal Gear. Because like, if any game that has like a crazy story that only barely makes sense, Kingdom Hearts notwithstanding, I don't really care what the gameplay's like. I'll play it. So I like Metal Gear Solid, and there's some other stealth games that I like. Okay, but here, hold this for me. But the stealth genre in general is not my favorite because there's so many ways you can screw up, and it takes you forever to get to your objective. And if you mess up, you got to start over again, and it's too stress. It's too much stress. So I tend to stay away from stealth games if I can. Which is why I haven't played the Hitman games. Games with stealth elements, or even that are stealth heavy, don't bother me so much. Like A Plague Tale is pretty stealth heavy, but it's not like a stealth game. I should probably have taken the lamp with me. Play Siren. LOL. Talk about stress stealth. Yeah, actually, my friend Shaylin got it like when it came out a million years ago, and was playing it. We were at his house and he was playing it, and I was just looking at it. I'm like, wow, this is like everything that I never want to play. And I don't think it looked bad. Like I didn't think like, oh, this is a bad game. I just knew that it was like in the opposite side of the world from my wheelhouse, and it's just not. I'm not about it.
Thank you for meeting with us again, Dr. Hartman.
Oops, wrong button.
Thank you for meeting with us again, Dr. Hartman.
It's my pleasure, gentlemen. I hope the information I provided thus far has been of some small use.
It's been invaluable, Doctor. Really, we have a much clearer picture of this event, thanks to your accounts.
Well, I do consider myself a keen observer of...
We did have one question, though. You mentioned in an earlier conversation that your patients displayed, and I'm paraphrasing here, unnatural abilities that you in fact encouraged during their time in your lodge. It'd be very helpful if you could fill us in on the details there.
Of course. Like yourselves, I work to understand and even bend the rules of our earthly paradigm. My patient's well-being was paramount, of course, but I would hardly be a man of science if I did not reach out at the underlying truth. As I stated in my written proposal, I believe working alongside your organization could be greatly beneficial to both parties. Sharing notes, as they say.
Thank you, Doctor. That's all we need to hear. Remy?
Dr. Emil Hartman, you have been found in breach of Codes 4, 8, and 74 of the Federal Bureau of Control Criminal Offense System.
What? You can't do this! I am a well-connected man. You're making a dire mistake, my friend.
You will be detained until further notice, and all personal property will be confiscated, including the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
That's preposterous. You can't just seize my property. I'm a United States citizen. I have rights. That lodge is my life's work. I'm offering you years of research.
Get him out of here.
You're making a mistake. You have to listen to me. You have to listen.
And then he turned into a stretch monster. All right, let me take a look at the chat here. Hitman is very stealth, but doesn't have to be. Okay. Voyager, you should watch Jacksepticeye play Hitman, then decide if you want to play. Well, all right. I'll try that maybe tomorrow at the top of the morning. I'll give it a look. Siren is a good game, but it gives you anxiety. Hipster Erotica says, why sneak when you could fly around with a shotgun instead? Exactly. That's what I'm looking for. I want to fly. Shotgun is optional, but flight. Give me flight. He starts out trying to stealth and goes straight into the memeing. It's fantastic. All right, well, yeah, I'll check it out. Bubby Bear 88, did you play Last of Us 1 or 2? If so, what did you think? Let me get back to you on that. Hartman talks like a sleazeball. I don't trust him. Yeah, no, he's like the villain of Alan Wake. He's absolutely the bad guy. And then the FBC detained him, and he turned into a monster twice. Turned into a monster 2 times. I love watching people play Hitman, but like Pale, I have no interest in playing it myself. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so The Last of Us. So I know that people are out here like calling it the Citizen Kane of games, and I disagree. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a bad game. I had a good time with it, but not a good enough time to play it again. I played it once on hard, and I'm the type of person. I'm the type of person who tries to play like 100% of a game. Generally, there are very few instances where I don't. But the gameplay loop of The Last of Us had me so stressed out and frustrated that once I got to the end of it, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm just done. So it's sitting at a 4% completion, and it'll probably always stay that way. Now, again, I don't think it's bad. I think the story's great. The characters are amazing. Everything is really gripping. I just did not care much for the gameplay. I didn't like that you die in one hit when one of those mushroom monsters sees you. Just the whole thing, it's not really my bag. And as a result, I skipped The Last of Us 2. But if it goes on sale, if it's ever between $20 and $30, I'll probably pick it up and give it a go. So that's where I'm at on that one. 2. 3.
I've forgotten again. I had a plan. I know it. I've forgotten. He's coming. I've got to get out of here. Dive deeper.
So when he says he's coming, I don't know exactly who he means. I'm assuming Mr. Scratch.
Whatever is going on with Wake, he clearly needs some help.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I think he means Mr. Scratch, because he's at the bottom of Cauldron Lake, which is a threshold and also an AWE. And in there's this entity made of darkness that sort of messes with your perception of reality. And Alan Wake is in there trying to write himself out. It's the only way that he can escape. So he's writing a story that will inevitably wind around to him being released. If you want sort of a media analog to that, think the Avengers movies, where Doctor Strange sees the one possibility where they can win, and he engineers things so that that's their timeline, and it ends up that way. So that's what Alan Wake is essentially trying to do. And it's heavily implied that Alan Wake basically wrote Control in order to get himself out of the bottom of Cauldron Lake. Just from a storytelling perspective and how meta that is in a game like Control, blows me away. I love it so much. Hey, D Kitty, welcome into the stream. I'm so happy you're here. I definitely didn't tell people stuff that you shouldn't know while you weren't here, expressly for your antagonism. I didn't do that. So, we have some situations in here. Let's turn the light on. Get rid of these situations. Placeholder. That really is the best emote. I couldn't be happier. It's such a low effort find, but you know, it's doing what it needs to do perfectly. Yikes. I feel bad for the cleaning crew at the Ocean View. What did I tell them? Nothing. I didn't tell them anything at all. That's certainly not a certain Mega Drive Classics collection that I may or may not have purchased, giving me access to certain games that I can now stream whenever I want. It's nothing of that sort. Let's turn this projector around. We gotta turn it around one more time. Sorry. There we go. What was the hardest game I played? That's a good question. I think I kind of answered that before. I mean, obviously, that's not my answer. I'm not gonna be like, go find it. I already said it. God. But I think I answered it before when someone redeemed the Ask Me Anything. Are there games that I can't beat? So now I got to try to remember what I said. Let's see. Shit. I think I mentioned like roguelikes, so probably a roguelike, like Baroque. The game Baroque, I think I wasn't able to beat, but I think that's mostly just because I don't like roguelikes. What's the hardest game I've played? Okay, well I'll give you this as an answer. This might not be the answer that is true, but it's the answer that's true right now in my memory. So, all right, we got the key already. And that would be Mass Effect 2 on Insanity difficulty. That's the hardest. That's the hardest I've played, I think.
Escape, right? His escape. Wake needed a hero. A hero needed a crisis. For the part in the story about the government agency, Wake needed something special. Something to convey an alien force mimicking human intelligence.
And I think they may have patched Mass Effect 2 between when I did it and now to make it a bit easier. And that's my go-to excuse with things that I remember being difficult, like not being hard at all. But I swear, like I had to work so hard in Mass Effect 2 to beat it on Insanity. I went with Vanguard, so I basically was constantly teleporting around, gaining half my shield back just to stay alive, because like a single shot would break my shield and like half my health bar, and there's just constantly things shooting at you. And then you get to the sections with the collectors, right? With Harbinger, and Harbinger would like possess different collector bodies, and they would just keep respawning and stuff. And it made like the firefights just ridiculous because you die in 1 or 2 hits. So I ended up taking the loyalty power that lets you take over biological enemies. Like you can take over their minds. The machine version of that is called AI hacking. And so I had to use this ability to basically take over enemies so they'd shoot at themselves behind their own cover lines just to pass apart. It was so difficult. For me, anyway. I don't know. I feel like I'm generally above average at games, so I feel like that's true. But maybe it was no deal, no problem at all for other people. Oh, Lord, it's Dynamite Heady every time. You know it. That's exactly it. Nobody tell D Kitty. It's going to be a surprise. Wake self-inserting. Oh yeah, before we leave, we should listen to that, shouldn't we? Got another hotline bling.
The story needed many beginnings, many springs, streams that turned into a river, a flood, and then an ocean. This was one. Wake used the materials he had, the connections he had, the people, the places. Wake put them in to make it true. His wife, the psychiatrist, his city. These connections, like magnets, move things. Alice was a conduit. She'd been in the dark place. The thing that had been Hartman sensed her near, sensed Wake through her. Went berserk. Broke loose. Wake made sure Alice was already gone by then. Safe. The more springs, the more the story became real. The more people believed. Cause and effect. It was extremely delicate and hard work. It had to go through the path of least resistance where success was most likely, where there was a connection already. Wake felt the pressure grow in his head, going mad. Wake had to escape. Right. His escape. He was already out. He wanted to make it true. Wake needed a hero. A hero needed a crisis. For the part in the story about the government agency, Wake needed something special, something to convey an alien force mimicking human intelligence. Something that can't be translated. Translated. Wake channeled Burroughs and Bowie. He cut up sentences and words. Orange peel. You are home. Insane. He put them in a shoebox. He pulled out the words. Wake created a Dadaist poem. He'd try anything once. Or had he tried this before?
Yeah, so what we're looking at right now is Wake has been at the bottom of Cauldron Lake for the last 10 years, and he's been writing his way out, because Alan Wake is a para-utilitarian. Under the correct circumstances, anything he writes becomes reality. And so he wrote the Federal Bureau of Control. He wrote real people that exist into the story so that their past involves the Federal Bureau of Control. Like the father of the sheriff. He used to be an FBC bureau agent. That probably wasn't true before Alan Wake fell into the lake. He wrote The Hiss. In fact, he used one of his screenplays to Night Springs as a basis for The Hiss. I'm going to quickly go back into it real fast. I think is it under correspondence? I don't know. Well, whatever. He wrote a screenplay for Night Springs, and it basically details a director and a scientist going through a portal into another world where an entity resides, and the entity burrows into the director's mind, and the director brings it back into reality. That's essentially the story of Control. That's what happens in Control. So Alan Wake wrote all of that in an attempt to get out of Cauldron Lake. Let's see. I don't know. Playing God never turns out good in anything. Well, I mean... Maybe this time it'll be different. Do I think Mass Effect 3 deserved all the stick it had gotten because of the ending? It was a hard loop to close, I think. I wasn't angry. I did feel like it was kind of a cop-out, but I agree with you. I think it was too big a loop to close. I think it's better than a lot of other games that give you the illusion of choice, where you're left with a binary. At least it gave you 3 options, but I don't think it necessarily deserved all the flack it got. I think the ending was fine. I don't even think they needed to fix it. I think it was fine. It wasn't a great ending or anything, but let's see. Pale is on no terms with BioWare. Yeah, I'm not really into their games anymore. At least it wasn't Life is Strange. Wait, so yeah, I think Life is Strange is one of the dumbest games ever. I really do. I think that it starts by pandering to a specific audience and then baiting for that audience. And the second and third episodes are pretty strongly written, so I was like, okay, maybe this will go somewhere nice. And then in the fourth and fifth episode, they just like shit the bed. It's absolute junk, and then you're left with a binary choice where both endings are flippantly stupid and enthusiastically hostile to the story that they just told. So, fuck Life is Strange, and honestly, kind of don't nod also. All right, let's get out of here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they could have. They could have made it interesting. They chose not to. They chose to rush out a incomplete doo-doo bucket of a game. And then they had the gall to make a sequel. I don't even know if the sequel's good. It probably is. All right, we in here. All right, enough palaver. We're at the Night Spring, or the Bright Falls. Sorry, not Night Springs. That's the Twilight Zone show. We're at the Bright Falls AWE, as it says on screen.
Another replica, like the one they made for Ordinary. I wonder what happened here.
And the third thing is right down there. There's Emil Hartman. He's waiting for us.
Director Faden here. Dispatch a ranger to this location.
Can I get a ranger to come into this hellscape with me, please? Anybody? What's this? Oh, okay. Alice Wake interview. Interview number 65-F-124. Subject, Alice Wake. Background. After reaching out to the Bureau, Alice Wake was brought into the oldest house for an interview on Redacted, 2017. See file Redacted for the full transcript. Summary. The interview conducted by Agents Shaw and Dempsey revealed that Mrs. Wake has had recurring nightly visitations from her missing ex-husband in her New York apartment, address redacted. Mr. Wake appears out of nowhere and rushes at her down the corridor. According to her impression, he appears crazy and horrifying, clearly coming at her with violent intent. Mrs. Wake believes that he is haunting her, insisting he is not Alan, but a fucking monster in his body. Mrs. Wake has not been sleeping out of the fear of these visits. Her attempts to keep the lights on during the night result in the relevant hallway's light bulb breaking every night, possibly indicating involvement of the redacted. Further investigation required. We propose installing monitoring equipment in the apartment. Copies of supply request form L-501-4 have been sent to Mr. Kirkland and administration for approval. Compiled by Derek Shaw and Carolyn Dempsey, special agents, by order of William Kirkland, head of investigations. The chat went nuts while I was reading that. Holy cow. Life is Strange 2 had way more endings, and your choices definitely matter way more. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Did I play Little Nightmares? If so, are you looking forward to the second one? Actually, Little Nightmares is the next game I'm going to stream after Little Misfortune is done. So I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Thursdays and Sundays are the prime game, and Tuesday evenings are the secondary game. And right now, the prime game is Control. It's going to be Disaster Report 4 once we're through this. And we just finished Iconoclast on the Tuesday stream. So now we're doing Little Misfortune. And after that is going to be Little Nightmares. And yes, Slytherin bullied me into buying it. Yeah. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're Gucci. We're in the dark, we have no energy. Let's deal with Hartman. Ugh. Okay, took a bit of a hard landing there. Not the best. What do we want to do down here? Let's pick up the battery and see if there's anywhere to throw it. Can I install this biatch somewhere? I can. Over there, in fact. Alright. Now, can I hit this button? Oh, I got lore. It wasn't a button. Bright Falls, 1976. Summary. Bright Falls, AWE-10. Event Summary. An unconfirmed threshold manifestation occurred at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The citizens of Bright Falls had gathered in the town's southwestern fields for the annual festival known as Deerfest. Eyewitnesses all claimed that the day had been sunny, confirmed by reviews of the area's weather reports. But then, with no warning, a thunderstorm appeared in the direction of the Anderson farm, and a tornado rose from Cauldron Lake. The torrential rain that followed caused a flash flood. It was as if the day had turned to night. Testimony from Redacted. Frank Breaker, the sheriff of Bright Falls, formerly a bureau agent, I can't talk, see employee file Redacted, managed to guide the crowd to safety as the festival grounds were destroyed by the flood. The festival was cancelled, ending one day early. Lack of official bureau presence on the scene makes this event difficult to report as a confirmed AWE, though the similarity to other known events in the Bright Falls area lend credence to the accounts of the town people. ID AWE-10. Event date, September 17th, 1976. Event location, Bright Falls, Washington. So the Alan Wake game chronicles Alan Wake's experience at Bright Falls and Cauldron Lake, but that's not the first time it happened. It's happened several times to one poet, Thomas Zane, that the world promptly forgot all about, to Tor and Odin Anderson, two musicians that played heavy metal rock music.
Go around him.
And the one that we just read was their story. Okay. So is there anything here that I should be aware of? No. What was the point of that? Let's see. Well, let's try going back over here. While our dear... Oh, here we go. While our dear agent distracts Hartman. Sip, sip. Drip, drip. Hey, Luke Newtsman. Wow. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Haven't seen your name in quite a minute.
Oh, Langston was right.
I guess we're fighting now. Hang on, let me pause. Let me just pause for a moment. Everyone, calm down. Pull up a seat. Nice to see you, Luke. How have you been? PV. Yeah, you got me. You remember the metal musician part? Yeah. When we went through the ashtray maze, the song that was playing was one of their songs. Why does Ati have that? One can say. Not me, though. Somebody out there. When Pale can stream PS3 games, it's going to be Fatal Frame time because I said so. Oh, is that how this works? All right. Been as good as anyone, I suppose. Yeah, I hear that. Wow. What happened here? Did you just like log into Twitch and see that I was streaming and decide to have a look, or tell me the backstory of you ending up here? We've got a boss fight right now, so I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna shoot him right in the dump truck. I don't care. Let's go, baby! I'm gonna throw this stool at you. Bam! Now you gotta deal with my stool. Oh! Sorry, I didn't mean it. Yes, I did. Fuck you, Hartman. Get out of here, you big, nasty jelly bean. Ow, wow, that actually did a lot of damage. Did not want that. Let me grab all these health giblets. Yeah, you think I fell off. I didn't fall off. I think this fight is glitched. I think. That or he has multiple stages. Yeah, he has multiple stages for sure. Because I was going to say, like, he's supposed to damage the lights and stuff, so that I have to put the batteries back in. Oh, wrong button. Alright. Just chill out, mate. We're good. Alright, where's Hartman? Get him. Let's pull out the shotgun. Bam! Take that, stupid. Sure. Oh. Uh-oh. Let go. I take it back. I'm sorry. I love you. Please don't. Please stop. Ah, he drains health. That's my least favorite thing. Is that an enemy? That is. There. Work for me now. There you go. We have allies. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not falling for that again. And just like that, the third thing is no more.
Hartman won't be a problem anymore, Langston. But investigations need someone to run it. Interested?
I've seen what happens to sector heads, ma'am. No, thank you. Ma'am, I'm getting something on my terminal here, an AWE alert from Bright Falls, Washington. But it might be a glitch. The date's all wrong, a couple of years in the future. And we're in lockdown. There shouldn't be any incoming signals.
Maybe it was active before we went into lockdown? Are there agents on site?
Let me check. Agent Estevez is the field agent in charge of monitoring the site, so she should be there to let us know if the situation has been through any major changes recently.
Things set in motion. If the alarm's true, then so is the reason for the alarm. The effect must follow the cause. It's happening again. A return. You have been warned.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Wake 2. I think that's Alan Wake 2 confirmed. I think that's what we're looking at here. That's a spicy Cheeto. Let me check the chat real quick. Luke, you found the YouTube video. Yeah, so I'm going broad spectrum. I'm uploading announcements everywhere, so I'm glad that it's working. You guys are talking about Princess Mononoke. I love that movie. I should go back in there and watch it. Alan Wake 2 coming in 2021. Oh, I don't know about this year, but I think I think this definitely confirms that an Alan Wake sequel is on the horizon, and I am chuffed about it. Big happy. So we finished the DLC. We're technically done Control. I'm kind of on the fence now whether I want to do all these side missions. I'll do some of them. I don't know if I want to do all of them. So we have plants to shine lights on. We got to nourish the plants. I think it's only fair to Slytherin that we do that one at least. We have to eliminate the darkness all over the place. I don't know if I want to do that. And we got to do the chain letter one. So let's. I don't know. I think I'm going to skip this one because finding the darkness blobs is a huge pain in the ass, and I just don't feel like it. Ati can deal with it when he gets back from his vacation, but we're going to do the plants. Let's deal with this chain letter quest first. Are you breathing right now? Thank you, plants. That's right. Exactly. We got to put some respect on their name. You feel me? Like, that's what it do and what it be. We're here to rep. Research records. Wake evidence. Admission of evidence. Evidence ID number 12231-C. Description. A photograph of Alan Wake captured by Alice Wake during an event in her home. Background. Alice Wake, former wife of Alan Wake, see AWE-35 for details, has recently been visited at night by her ex-husband, or entity resembling him. See file redacted for more. Being a professional photographer, Mrs. Wake positioned cameras with motion sensors around the corridor he appears in and managed to capture an image of Mr. Wake on film. Additional information. During an interview with Mrs. Wake, she mentioned that her favorite camera, a redacted model, was lost in 2010. During AWE-35, no match has been found among the confiscated evidence from AWE-35. It has been filed as a potential altered item, and research staff stationed at Bright Falls are being contacted to check if they have any knowledge of such an item. Booty. So I'm thinking the guy that she sees at night is Mr. Scratch. I think he's haunting her because she was in Cauldron Lake for a small amount of time, so she basically has a fingerprint on her. Go outside, hug a tree. Yeah, do it. Is it just me, or is it that Remedy games just fall short? I mean, a great concept, but it just doesn't come across quite the intended way. I don't find that at all. Having played through the game and reading all of the supplements, I find it to be tremendous. I think it's great. You may not be getting that from... I will admit that this DLC is kind of lacking. I'll admit that. It's not all the Alan Wake that I wanted. But the main game, I think, conveys itself really well. That's just me, though, so I don't know. I am curious, what do you guys think? People who've been here from the beginning. Hello. There's the photograph. Hot potato. Look at this guy. What a creature. Now, I haven't played Quantum Break because I don't have an X-Bone, but I have played Alan Wake, and I feel like the DLCs are kind of weak in that too. So maybe Remedy's just not good with DLC. And I haven't played Max Payne, so I don't really know what to say there either. I basically just played Alan Wake and Control, and it seems like I hit the lottery in that regard. Who knows? All right, let's get out of here. We've got some floppies to copy. I feel like it would be more appreciative if I played Alan Wake, but I am curious. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on, even in the main story, that alludes to Alan Wake.
Where they studied Hartman. Kind of looks like Dylan's cell. I wonder if they treated him as badly.
Yeah, so this is where Hartman was kept when he was the thing that had been Hartman before he became the third thing. Put your floppy in my sloppy. Damn. I mean, don't threaten me with a good time. Bright Falls, 1976 supplement. Bright Falls, AWE-10. Details. On the day of the flooding, the rock band Old Gods of Asgard was rehearsing in a field outside the Anderson farm. The homestead of band members Odin and Tor Anderson both admitted to being in a heavy state of inebriation at the time, having spent days drinking their home-brewed moonshine while celebrating Beerfest. After the townspeople were evacuated from the flooded field, Sheriff Breaker was asked by Freya Anderson, daughter of Tor Anderson, to check on her father and uncle. Breaker drove to the Anderson farm and found the band members alive but in need of medical aid. Tor Anderson had been struck by lightning, and Odin Anderson had cut his own right eye, a possible reference to Norse deities, redacted and redacted. They claimed they had fought and valiantly defeated a dark army of the Scratching Hag, rising from Cauldron Lake, CAWE-redacted of 1970, related to the suspected redacted at Diver's Isle. While impossible to verify, these events are relevant to the recurring AWE at Bright Falls and the Cauldron Lake redacted. Odin and Tor Anderson have been listed as persons of interest. So, at Cauldron Lake, the first AWE on file is the mysterious disappearance of Thomas Zane, the poet, who now in universe is remembered as a filmmaker. Then, in 1976, the two heavy metal musicians Tor and Odin Anderson had an encounter with Cauldron Lake, where they fought emissaries of darkness through the power of rock. And then, in 2010, I believe, Alan Wake shows up and contends with the dark entity at the bottom of Cauldron Lake and gets swallowed up, and then goes on to write Control in order to get himself out. That's what we're looking at here. How does Quantum Break factor in? I've got no flippin' idea. Let's see. Poets of the Fall. Yeah, boy. Fair enough. So, what's your favorite and least favorite Disney movies? You know, I'm gonna start charging you for these. You're asking a lot of questions. Let's see. My favorite and least favorite Disney movie. Let's see. I think probably my favorite is Aladdin. Yeah, my favorite Disney movie is Aladdin. And my least favorite is probably Sleeping Beauty. I think that's my least favorite, which isn't to say that I don't like it. I like Sleeping Beauty too, but it's not my... Does Into the Spider-Verse count? Let me change my answers. I'm thinking like puffy jacket, VHS tape, Disney movies. Your least favorite is Toy Story? Yeah, I mean, yeah, all right, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on Toy Story. I think it's okay. Yeah, so Bright Falls recreated. Maybe Langstrom, Langvale has more to say to us on the matter. We'll find out when we get into the abridging room. But we've got a chain letter to send. So this is all fluff going forward. The stream of Control is basically done. I'm going to keep going. We're going to do some side quests and stuff, but we're basically finished this game. We've yeah, we're going to talk to some plants. We're going to find the plants, and we're going to do this chain letter quest, and then we're done. Okay. I didn't like Sleeping Beauty either, but I was scared of Maleficent. Oh, what do you know? Langstrom has nothing to say. What a luxury. So where's the closest... Okay, so it's one of these. I'll just go to a control point. Hey, Fluffnir, welcome into the stream. How you doing, man? What it do, what it be, what it do. Yeah, no, he's eerily silent this time. DeKitty, in the last stream, I don't know how long you were there for it, but he was just Tolkien. He was J.R.R. Tolkien. My ear off. More like Banana Wake? Damn, that's real. Maleficent is relatable because she cursed a baby for not being invited to a party. If only, you know? If only. I guess we can spend our ability points, our remaining ability points. Let's come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. There we go. Ground slam damage up there. I think we get a new construct too, don't we? Yeah, we get Surge. Yeah, so there was a new weapon type. My bad, guys. There was a new weapon type for the Alan Wake DLC. Let's just, let's upgrade all of its parts and see what kind of weapon it is. I almost let you guys starve on content. Here we go. Surge. So Surge is basically a mine thrower. You mines. It's mines. It's just mines. It's a grenade launcher. It's a mine launcher. The end. All right, let's go back to Shatter. Also, we got a new mod from helping the astronaut. I forgot to look at, and it's for charge. Whoops. Let's see. Projectile speed plus 1,000. All right, well let's equip that to charge because I feel like we owe it at least that much. Oops. There we go. All right, let's see what this is about. All right, so it makes it faster. That's, you know, that is what projectile speed would do, I suppose. Because, baby, you're a fire. You're DMCA. Okay, so where do we want to go? We want to go to Operations Center. I know how to get there now for this chain letter. You just got an email saying you won a PS5 and it will be here in 5 days. Damn, congratulations. Who sent that to you? A Nigerian king? You're so lucky. I wish I could have luck like that. I wish I could fight ducks like that. Alright, I need a lamp. My kingdom for a lamp. Where do they keep them in this place? Oh, there's one right here. Alright, good. I think we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone in here. I just need my lamp to cooperate with me.
There you go. Doesn't that feel better?
That's 1 lamp, or 1 plant. Plant lamp.
Welcome back to the land of the living, little buddy.
There you go. And there should be 1 more out here. Let's see if we can find it. I don't think we have to enter the main room for it, so it might be back... Oh, here it is. There we go. Just like that. That's how you help a plant out. Excuse me. We haven't had a hiss attack in a while, so it's probably going to kick off. Yep, once we get in here. That's fine. Now, even from middle distance, that does some... That slaps some cheeks. There we go. Get dunked on. Oh, we've got a sniper. We don't like those. Where'd he go? There he is. Hello, mate. Well, this has gone terribly. I'm dead. Didn't go well. I made a clerical error. This guy uses Gmail to send me a scam mail. What an idiot. What are you going to do? Pale, what is my favorite movie? I know these questions are probably... Oh, they're not annoying at all. But I do have a channel reward to ask me anything. And, you know, you're on thin ice. I'm just kidding. I was joking. Do I have to re-healthify these plants? Usually people have to save up 2,000 whole points to ask the majestic Pale Voyager a question. You're lucky I feel so magnanimous today. My favorite movie? I don't know. I don't know what my favorite movie is. I used to watch Princess Mononoke on loop, like, all day for, like, a straight month. So, that might be up there. My favorite movie? I don't know. I really don't know what my favorite movie is. I'm not really much of a movie guy. I really like Donnie Darko. I just shot my friend. I shot my only friend in this world. Oh. We've got a sniper battle. Where's the other one? Oh, we still got dudes. We are A+ in dudes. Alright, that's enough shotgun. Why are you not surprised? I don't know, man. It's got a complicated story that you can't really grasp on a first viewing, and I like that kind of shit. And the director's cut ruined it. If you watch Donnie Darko, don't watch the director's cut. It's really bad. Very, very dumb. Still hear war bongos, but... Pale's favorite movie is DMC2. You're just being mean. You're just being mean to me. Can we chill on the bongos now? Yeah? Alright, cool. We Gucci now. I honestly don't know what my favorite movie is. I'll have to think on it a bit.
This certainly feels familiar.
Alright, so we copied the chain letter. We just gotta copy it a few more times. Do I have a big crush on Jake Gyllenhaal like all the girlies? No, not in particular. I think he makes a taking a crap face throughout pretty much the entirety of that movie. And he is, oh god, he is in John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch, which is a hilarious comedy special disguised as a children's show on Netflix that you should all check out. Okay, mail 3 copies of the chain letter. So, we've got to go to these places to mail the letters. That's our goal now. That's who we are now. That was a great special. It was. It was a wonderful special. It was a special. There's an old Canadian cartoon show. Well, it's not actually a cartoon show. It has a cartoon-ish intro, but it uses Muppets and people and animated sequences, and it's a kid's show that takes place in a department store where a mannequin comes to life, and it's called Today's Special. And that is a show that exists. You could look that up right now. You could internet that. It probably would be faster for me to just take a control point. We've beaten the game. We may as well take advantage. I'm gonna have to drink like 2 whole metric cups of water. But yeah. That show, no, it was a fun time. It was a fun time. It sounds creepy. There's also a rat. I know I'm not helping. I'm not making matters better with my description. But there was a rat. Comb that hair? That means I'm going to have to go get the comb. So give me one moment, guys. I have the comb at the ready when I'm streaming with my cam on, because I always think no one's going to redeem it when I'm not streaming. But right now, more times. It's been redeemed more times. We also got to redeem talking about a game I like from Papa Beatloaf. PS3. What's a PS3 game I like? I'll do these in the order they came in. So just give me one fat moment. I don't even remember what PS3 is. What is that? Does anyone remember? I vaguely remember like barbecue parties when I think of the word PS3. Well, I can't say Demon Souls, can I? Because now it's a PS5 game. Let's see. I have a big list of my games. I'm gonna look at it. See what I think. Okay. There we go. All right, we got some games here now. My favorite PS3 game. So, this is not a very good game. I'm just going to say this outright. Like, it's objectively not a great game, but I love it anyway. It's a PS3 game called Folklore, and it's one of the first PS3 exclusives. You play as 2 characters, a guy named Keats and a girl named, I think, Elise. And you go into this, like, Celtic otherworld where a bunch of, they're... I mean, if you think of like Persona, where it has different creatures from varying mythologies, this one focuses on Gaelic and Celtic mythology. And you go into these like whimsical forests and these wonderful areas, and you essentially capture folk id. And when you capture the id, using the 6-axis, you can map that folk id to a face button. and they each have their own abilities. So like if you press whatever button you press it to, say like, the little rabbit one does like a claw attack, and then like the big rock one puts like a shield in front of you. And so you can build like these loadouts that give you like melee attacks, defensive moves, healing moves, long range moves, crowd control. And it's just like, it's a really neat little game. It has a level creator in it as well, where you can make various stages, and you can actually unlock certain Folkid by playing it. You don't even need to play with other people. You can just make levels and play your own levels and get points. But it's just a magical little thing. It's a magical little game. I don't imagine it's super easy to find at this point, but yeah, Folklore is one of my favorites, if not my favorite PlayStation 3 game, hands down. So there you go. I talked about a game I like. Give me one moment. I'm gonna go get that comb. Okay, I'm back. Get ready for some scratchy ASMR. Oh my god, my hair is not cooperating with it. It's fighting the comb. So much static electricity. You can hear it crackling. Ah, that's much better. Now I can power a light bulb. Thank you, Fluffnir. Thank you for that. And thank you for redeeming the talk about a game I like, Papa Beatloaf. And thank you, Some Slytherin, for redeeming the Ask Me Anything, which I guess I answered without realizing it was a redeem. So that's where we are right now. Let's mail some letters. Man, I'm so glad that I made my redeems relatively expensive. Because, like, Jiff has, like, a really low one for changing his hat. It's, like, 500 points. And I have enough points on his channel to just redeem hat changes for an hour. It's fantastic. And I don't want you guys to bully me that way, although you can. And now that I'm talking about it, the redeems are going to go out the window. They're gonna be crazy. Can I, Here, come here. Thank you. But the joke's on you. I have limits per stream on each of my rewards. Ha ha ha, suckers. Oh, there's still dudes after me. There we go. I think I solved it.
That's 1 cent.
We managed to mail 1 letter. Everyone rejoice. Don't call me Grandpa. I hate it. I hate being called what I is. Hello? Oh yeah. Things are still kind of wonky around here, aren't they? Where's the next one? We want to go. You're doing better than the USPS already? Who is? Me? You talking about me? Little old me? You just want to say that I'm your favorite streamer? Well, that's very kind, Bubby. I very much appreciate that. I don't think I'm bringing my A game ever, but I appreciate that. It's nice to be thought of that way. I have a camera. I just don't have it on right now because I didn't have it on when I started this game, and I'm weird like that. I will have it on for Little Misfortune, or at least I'll test it out. If it gets in the way, because Little Misfortune is a special little thing. So if it turns out that it hurts the quality of enjoyment for Little Misfortune, I'll go without. But I think Disaster Report is safe. I think it's safe to do. Let's see, do we have... We do. We have a lamp right here. And I saw some darkness. I still don't want to get all of it, but I'll get what I see. Wasn't that a browser game before? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I went into Little Misfortune kind of blind. So I can't really be certain what it was originally. But I think it's from the same company that made Frambeau. Pretty sure Slytherin told me that. So that's not information that I curated on my own. I'm a fraud. Okay. Whoops. Oh. I'm going the wrong way. Just putting that out there for you. Favorite streamer 2020. I can't punch my way out of a wet paper bag. Aw, and I got the hiss involved now. Look at it. They're everywhere. Alright. I probably was going the right way, and I'm just dumb. But this map is dumb. It's a dumb map. Can I have orb, please? Oh, Jesus. Nope. Guys, okay, what I wanted to do there, I'd like to explain myself. What I wanted to do there was fly, and what Jessie decided to do instead was jump up to a ledge and climb over it. That's what she did. So, that wasn't my fault. I refuse to take responsibility. I will not. Did I play Alien Isolation? Nope. Sure didn't. I could, but I probably won't. Not on stream. At least not on the system I'm playing on. I don't want to put myself through it. Where is this utility corridor? It seems like it would be down there, but it says that it's over here. So how do I get in here? Does anyone know? Do I have to give up on this quest too? What will the future have for us? Because I genuinely don't know. I'll look it up. I will look it up. Oh, jeez, Louise! Fellas, can we not? Where's that orb? I need it, like, now. Alright, time to take the fight back. That's it, you bunch of pelicans. You're going down. I'll take you too. Sorry, Luke, I didn't get to read your comment just yet. I will in a second. You can play it on Nightmare? So you must know the game in and out, then. Alright, can you guys come down here? I'm tired of this. Alright, orderly, single file, if you please. You do it a bit too much? That's fine, man. If you like the game, you like the game. Oh! And by the way, I call everyone man and dude. I hope that's okay. It's a force of habit. How many of these are there gonna be? Just leave. Oh, they're still coming. Those are gender neutral IMO? Yeah, I feel the same way. But I know not everyone does. So just thought I'd break bread. Oh, can we peanut butter and not? Take a hike, friendo. Alright. Join the dark side. I think I just wall skipped him by accident for a second there. Get him, boys! Give him the business. Yeah. Uh-oh. Ah, stop it. Okay. The hunt for the utility corridor begins. I'm gonna Google this. Let me take a look. Control. Utility corridor. I typed all that, and my computer hasn't registered it yet. So in about 10 minutes, we'll get a Google search page, and I can figure this out. Okay. From the turntable control point, levitate up to the utility. Oh. Okay, hang on. Was there a spot? Okay, where was the control point? Your team Tifa? Me too, honestly. Okay. From the turntable control point, levitate up to the utility corridor, and then follow the passage. That's not very helpful. I gotta be honest. You're not telling me anything very... Can I go through the ceiling? I can't. I'm probably just going to invite more hiss when I enter the room now, because of that little decision. So, that's the way to the turntable. but it says to just go down the corridor. But how would I do that when the door doesn't open? It is no moss. Is there a button I can press? Is there somebody's family I could threaten? How to did. Fun fact, Aerith and Sephiroth were going to be siblings, then they were lovers, but they scrapped everything. I actually knew that. I knew that. And if Valis were here, he'd be very impressed with you for knowing that. All right. Luke said, I streamed Isolation back when it came out for about an hour and then got bored. Yikes. Well, this has not helped me very much here. From the turntable control point. I'm pretty sure that's where I was. Okay, I'm going to look at this video. Maybe this will help me. I'm not ashamed. I'm a little ashamed. Okay. Jesse's in the control thing, the turntable. Yeah. What the heck? Wait, what is going on here? I don't understand what I'm looking at here. This is incorrect. Guys, it's not working. It's not working. Okay, I'm going to look for buttons. That did absolutely nothing for me. How do I get into the utility corridor? There isn't a door. I mean, there's a huge-ass, like, blast door, but there isn't, like, a door. I can't even get to that treasure. Golly. Maybe there's a button to, like, turn the turntable? It's not in there. That's where I came from. And does the turntable actually connect to anything? Is there a door on either side? No, there isn't. So, how do we turn this bad boy? There should be bridge control somewhere. Let's find bridge control. There should be like a little room called bridge control where I should be able to do something, but it doesn't seem like there is one. What the heck? I don't want to give up here. I really don't. Okay, let's try Google again. Control, return to sender, utility corridor. We're going to be more specific this time. Okay, return to sender. Sorry, guys. Let's try to figure this out. Okay, there's that one. Yep, lovely. Been there, done that. That one's easy. That one's easy too. Okay, so here we are at the turntable. Oh. Right. Guys? Hey, everybody. Let's get to know each other for a second. I'm a huge idiot. I'm a big dumb beef stroganoff. We're talking about Tifa and Final Fantasy girls. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I'm still Team Tifa. Blubby Bear, Pale, did you ever play a game similar to Journey that you recommend? There's so many. Abzu is a good one. Abzu is basically a Journey underwater. It's a really good game. Very pretty. And they recently released The Pathless as a game. I don't really know what kind of game that is, but it is one that they released. So, there you go. If you're talking about games that are like Journey that aren't made by the same company, I don't really know. I don't have a good answer. So this is where I went originally. I'm feeling like a big bozo here. Where's the lamp? All right, it's down the hallway. Okay, I think I can find it from here. So I was going the right way. I was going the right way in the first place. It just didn't feel like it because of the way all of this is. Like, you can understand why I thought it's a different room, right? Because it's like a different color. There's like this lighter blue, bluish gray, that seems like it's a whole other level. So why should I assume that I can just do this? and get in through here. This is literally the other side of the door. You know? I mean, yeah, on paper it makes sense, but I wasn't thinking that way. So there, we did it. We solved it. Now we can mail a letter. To be fair, the first time I went through, I probably wouldn't have gotten it anyway. I probably wouldn't have noticed it. So let's mail this letter. Uh-oh. What is this? Guys? Are we making fun of me? Because I already did that thing. Where's the, Oh, here it is. No. What? Are we still stuck? Guys. I mean, what? This is, okay. Well, I guess it's not in this place anyway, even though that's where the map says it is. So, that's fun. Just grab that. I have too much imagination and get burnt out when I finish my vision. We're not fighting the hiss again. Nah. You can miss me with all that. Hang on. I just need to get up to a higher level. You guys can keep shooting at me. It's fine. I'm not going to stop you. Animal Crossing just costs a fortune? What are you guys talking about? I can't really look right now. I'm busy embarrassing myself in front of you. So you need to give me just a moment. Alright, is there a place up here that I could do it? Like, was it always in here? No, doesn't seem like it. I'm gonna find this thing and then I'll read the chat. That's my decision. I've decided that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, okay. Why did the music get all spooky? There it is. Wow. So I literally just had to go forward the entire time. I could have just walked. I hate everything. This game. You know what? I love this game. I love Control. I love it so damn much. But one thing I'm not going to miss ever in my life is how fucky the map is. I'm not going to miss that one bit. Like, to this day, I can't get out of here. You must retire to the kitchen now to make dinner. Have a good evening. Oh, thanks for dropping by, Luke. Super happy to have you here, man. I'm so glad to see your name again and see you participating. Have yourself a good one, man. Have the best dinner of all time. I dare you. I demand a Vampire the Masquerade tabletop game one day. I will be game master. Word. Alright, let me check the chat, because I missed quite a bit while I was fiddling and faddling. Okay, so after the Bay discussion, that game company, I actually completed Abzu today. Okay, it was great, but not as good as Journey. No, it wasn't as good as Journey. But yeah, they have the Pathless. I think that's a PlayStation 5 game, though. There's also Flower, although it's not quite the same kind of game as Journey. It does have a similar feel to it. I've been playing Stardew Valley all day. I love Animal Crossing. I love it, but I have zero imagination. Okay, that's why Slytherin said she has too much imagination. It's the money for me. Animal Crossing just costs a fortune. You mean like in-game money? Because like, I can add you. I've got 25 million bells at this point, and pretty much nothing to spend it on. So I can help a sister out, or a brother out. I don't know. Whoever wants it. Amy asked me, what if we were vampires and we stole Switches because people kept buying them up? Is that a very vampire-y thing to do? Maybe. Maybe that's what's driving the supply and demand issues. Vampires just like suck necks and buy Switches, and that's all they do. Stardew Valley is much more affordable with stuff like that. Okay, you guys are talking about in-game currency. Luke yeeted himself, and yeah, we're all caught up. All right, cool. Bam. Oh my God, add me. You know what? Yeah, yo, look, I'll tell you what. Why don't you, Bubby? Have you joined the Discord yet? Let me check and see if you've joined the Discord, because it's a fine thing to do. You have not. How about you join the Discord, and I'll post my friend code in there, and you can add me. How's that sound? Sounds like a plan to me. Thank you, Slytherin. You are the hero of the story. Oh no, the vampires are taking all the switches. It's true. Hey, Carrie, welcome into the stream. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. How's your day been? How's your weekend been? Tell me the things. Tell me the things I need to know or I'll go mad. Okay, hang on, fellas. I need to move over to the observation deck. We've got mail here. This is serious. This is serious business. Oh, Slytherin going in on you right away. Right away with it. You best believe. Alright, can I go in here? No, they've meshed everything up. Like a bunch of neurotic parents with an unruly toddler.
And that's 3. That should take care of any bad karma or whatever. But how did that first letter get in here? I wonder if I could track it to the source.
I'll bet it got here from dead letters. That's where all the spooky, silly goose letters come from. Dead letters. They're the dead ones. Always the dead ones. You were literally a bum this entire weekend? That sounds like a bomb-ass weekend. That sounds like a weekend I want to have. In fact, it sounds like the weekend I did have. Let me tell you what I did this weekend. I played Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer.
Put him down!
Are there actually enemies in here? I don't want to fight actual enemies. I played Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer. They recently, and I say recently, like 2 months ago, added raids. They added raids. 3 raid missions to the game.
I guess I should just follow the tube.
Follow tubes now? God damn, what is life? Follow tubes. How do you even follow them? Can I go up here? Hello? Mom? I guess we'll just go deeper into the shifted office. But yeah, the multiplayer has raids now, and the raids are, there's some slick shit, let me tell you. Oh! Okay. This game doesn't have jump scares.
I'm just going to freestyle.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah, sorry, I keep missing my place. Raids. There were raids. And they're very hard. They require 4 players. They're super difficult, super teamwork heavy. You need to have everyone working on exactly what they're supposed to be doing at every moment. And a lot of people who play Ghost of Tsushima do not like to use microphones. They just they seem to be allergic to the whole thing. So it's very, very stressful, very difficult, very not Gucci. Definitely not cash money either. If I were a bunch of tubes... Oh, that's still an enemy, huh? Wow, he's just shotgun blasting me in the chest. And nothing that I pick up seems to be hurting him. Oh, there we go, he's dead now. I was just about to hit him with the triple whammy. Shklablushk. What if I follow the tubes further in? You know what? Forget it. I'm just going to look it up. I'm bored. I'm bored already. Where's the solution? Too many puzzles. Oh, wow. I feel bad every time I look. Every time I look, I feel bad. You know why? Because the answer's always staring me right in the face. It's like literally right there. I didn't even... I'm just... Oh, boy. Okay. Hey, Dom, welcome to the stream. Is it Young Money? It might be Young Money. It might be. Bubba, you're leaving? Are you going now? Thank you for dropping by. You were a peach. You were a pleasure. Be sure to join the Discord if you want to get at my bells. All right. Good Lord. Let's settle this hash.
You're the one sending out spam mail.
It's an altered item mailbox. I think we actually read about this before. And it was missing from the Panopticon.
And that takes care of that.
There we
No
go.
more superstitious blackmail.
And we got a weapon mod called Spam Mail, I think is what that was called. Am I pronouncing that right? Yeah. Weapon damage after kills plus 100%, and that is exclusive to the spin weapon. Well, I'm not going to test it out, but I will slap it in there. There you go. That's for you. Hey, Valis. Yep, more control. We're actually done. I'm going to shine some light on some houseplants, and then we're going to end control. That's what I've decided. So I'm not going to move directly onto Disaster Report 4 today. After control is done, I'm going to play the Balan Wonderworld demo. I'd like to give it a try. Like to see what we've got. So let's nourish some plants. Where do we want to go next? There's abandoned offices. Let's go to AWE Loading Bay. Why can't I go in there? Why is that one locked? That's spooky. Alright, well, let's give it a go. Balan Wonderwake. Oh my god, that's the best thing I've ever read, Papa Beatloaf. That, oh, yes. yes is the answer. Holy cow. Oh, that makes me happy. That is delightful. Let's see if we can't find some plants. For the love of Mike. Alright, we need a lamp. We need a lamp really badly. There has to be one. I don't quite know where, but there's gotta be. It's the second time I made that joke this stream. I didn't see it before. I'm sorry. But I'm glad you said it again, because it was wonderful. It made life worth living. I need a lamp so bad I can taste it. Yeah, and there's horse shit down here, too. Ow! I found a lamp. A problem's almost solved. Now we just gotta deal with this. I mean, you know what it is. My first high school experience was so lame I blocked most of it out. Mike's lemonade tastes bad. I feel like there's, a reason why you said those two things in the order you said them. But I'm not smart enough to figure it out. So I'm just going to find some houseplants and give them a little light. Mike's lemonade tastes better than beer? I wouldn't know. Well, that's not true. I've had one sip of beer in my entire life. I decided I was going to try alcohol, I think like 2 New Year's Eves ago. And I had myself it was like berry flavored or something, some sort of berry flavored beer. It tasted like rubbing alcohol and bread. And I wasn't a fan. Is this a friendly? Yeah, it is. Okay. Can I have my lamp back? No, not the vending machine. We've already determined the vending machine is a friend. That's how we treat our friends. I need one more plant. There's one more plant in here somewhere. And we'll find it. There it is. That's easy enough. Okay, so now we'll go to abandoned offices. Where's the nearest control point? Yeah, why was this locked off before? What the heck? So weird. Very unusual. Here we go. You threw the light on them? Yeah, I did. Let's go to the abandoned offices. That's how you pronounce that. Pale good man. What's up? The less a beverage tastes like alcohol, the better. Yeah, I suppose that's true, but then it makes me wonder what is even the point. Oh wow, this is top spooky right now. Wow, look at it. It's being one entire creep. Oh, I see a lamp. There we go. We're one step closer. Excuse me, everybody. Alright, let's go find some plants and make their day better. Drank like 6 shots of moonshine, even though it tastes bad purely because my brother said I wouldn't be able to handle it. Well, I mean, doing things out of spite is perfectly legitimate. Like, that's a perfectly viable reason to do things. I do things like that all the time. Plant? Hello? Anyone? Just my dad? Just my dad in here? Please come back. There we go. Okay. This is the right place, right? It is. Okay. I think the plants out here are just a little bit more well hidden. There's one. There we go. Now this is for Slytherin. Slytherin needs these plants spoken to. It's important. More important than you could possibly know. What is that hazmat suit looking outfit? Hey Grems, welcome to the stream. You're Gucci. Thank you for coming. This is a suit. It's a gaudy yellow gold suit that I won in a luck and probability puzzle. I had to play with a bunch of lucky items and then roll a roulette wheel and make it land on 5. And I did that, and this horrendously gauche suit is my reward. And that's what we've played the whole DLC with, and we don't feel bad about it one bit. Now we're looking for a wilted... God damn it. We're looking for a wilted plant. Somewhere in this room. One plant to rule them all. We call it the big cheese suit. Yeah, we do. We've got Hiss to contend with, unfortunately. I gotta deal with these bozos. It's thirsty work. I don't relish it. But I do mustard it. Try to catch up. Where's this flippin' last plant? Excuse me, will you hold that for me? Wait, did I just yeet my... Okay, I didn't. Cool. I found it! Found it, guys. Found it. Excuse me, I just need to... oh, that's a sniper rifle. That's a whole-ass dude. Testing me right now. And he teleports, too. That's the worst. Menace. Alright, let's shine some light on this plant. It's lonely in here.
Here's some sunshine to brighten your day. It's artificial, though.
There we go.
How does that work? And that's the last one. I should appoint someone to take care of these guys. Supervisor of Houseplant Well-Being.
Sounds good to me. Slytherin. Appoint Slytherin, please, for the love of God. What did we just grab there? Nothing. Nothing special or spectacular whatsoever. Okay, I'm gonna hunt this sniper down, because he's a thorn in my anus. There he is. Well, there he was. What the heck? I'm glad the enemies don't do this often. Where you at, cat? There you are. Okay. Oh. That spawned in someone else. Oh, God, it just never ends around here. There we go. Oh yeah, we modded Slytherin. Slytherin is a mod in the Twitch stream and on the Discord. Okay. Me with a watering can in the oldest house. I just want to take care of some plants. Yeah, that's Slytherin, not me. I do it because Slytherin wants me to. She wills it so. Yeah, she accepts suck-up gifts. So if you want any leverage, you're gonna go through Slytherin. All right, with this giant ass hole in the wall, I think it's time to say goodbye to Control. Yeah, thanks, guys, so much. Usually I wait for the credits, but we already did the credits. So, how did you guys feel about the DLC as an offering? What it means, the prospect of a Alan Wake 2. You know, how are you guys feeling about it? I'll wait for you guys to stop kissing up to Slytherin. That's fantastic. Oh, mercy. You don't think about the DLC? That's perfectly valid. Let me see. Let me get back to a control point so we can save the game. Call it a day. There we go. You need to play it? Well, as I mentioned a stream ago, I think, the PlayStation Plus games for February, one of them is Control Ultimate Edition for free if you have PlayStation Plus. If you don't, I don't really know what to tell you, but that is an avenue with which to play the game. And if you get the Ultimate Edition for PlayStation 4, that also entitles you to the PlayStation 5 version, if I'm not wrong. You have an Ultimate for Series X? Okay. Oh, you have Ultimate for Series X. Oh, that's even better. You already have it. Perfect. Yeah, play Control, everybody. This game is great. I haven't done the best job showing it off because I have the brain of a Stegosaurus, but I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun with it. So we're going to say goodbye to Control now. I'm going to exit the game. The stream is going to stop for a moment. I will be back with the Balan Wonderworld demo. We aren't going to start Disaster Report just yet. But I'll see you guys in a second. Hugs and kisses. Vanish Doom.